Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Top Coin. If you love coins, collectibles, American history, or just want to know if that old quarter in your pocket could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, then you're in the right place. Because today, we're diving deep into the story behind the 1977 quarter dollar from the United States of America. This little coin, just 25 cents in face value, might seem ordinary at first glance. But trust me, by the time you finish this video, you'll never look at a quarter the same way again. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around to the end where I reveal the current highest auction sale for a 1977 quarter and what you should look for to see if yours is a treasure in disguise. Let's get started. The 1977 quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which began all the way back in 1932. This series was originally released to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design was created by John Flanagan and became an iconic piece of American coinage. By the time 1977 rolled around, the U.S. Mint had already gone through several major changes in coin composition. Just a few years earlier, in 1965, the Mint removed silver from the quarter completely, replacing it with a clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. This was done due to rising silver prices, and the coins were now made cheaper to produce. The 1977 quarter is not silver, but don't let that fool you. Value doesn't only come from the metal. It comes from rarity, condition, minting errors, and demand from collectors. Let's talk numbers. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced over 350 million quarters. That includes about 256 million from the Philadelphia Mint, around 80 million from the Denver Mint, and approximately 7 million proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, which were not made for circulation but for collectors. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark. The Denver coins carry the letter Dan. The San Francisco proofs have an elegant SSO with numbers that high. You might be thinking, why would this be valuable? And here's the secret. While most are common, a small number of these coins have flaws, exceptional quality, or were preserved so perfectly that they've become extremely valuable. Now this is where things get exciting. Some 1977 quarters have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and it's usually because of one of three things. 1. Rare minting errors. These are mistakes made during the coin production process, and collectors absolutely love them. Here are some you should know. Off-center strike. If the coin design is noticeably shifted or missing parts, that's an off-center strike. Depending on how off it is, these can sell for $50 to $250 or more. Double die obverse, DDO. This is when the front of the coin, especially the lettering like Liberty or In God We Trust, appears to be doubled. A strong DDO can push the value up to $400 to $1,200 depending on the severity and condition. Clipped planchet. If a piece of the coin looks like it's been bitten off, it might have been clipped at the mint. Some of these go for $75 to $300.20. High-grade coins, MS-67 and above, collectors pay a premium for coins in mint state, especially if they've been graded by top-tier companies like PCGS or NGC. A perfect or near-perfect 1977 quarter, graded MS-67 or higher, is very rare. 1 example of a 1977 D quarter graded MS-67 plus sold for over $1,500 at auction. That's a lot for a 25-cent coin. 3. Proof coins, especially cameo or deep cameo. The San Francisco proof coins have a mirror-like finish. If your proof coin has strong contrast between the frosted design and shiny background, known as deep cameo, you could be looking at a $75 to $400 coin, especially in high grades. So how do you know if your 1977 quarter is worth serious money? Check the mint mark. No mark? It's from Philadelphia. D mark? It's from Denver. S mark? You've got a proof. Examine condition. Grab a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Look at the details: George Washington's hair, the eagle on the reverse, the letters. If there's no wear, no scratches, and the coin is shiny like it just came from the mint, you might have a high-grade coin. Look for errors. Are there unusual marks? Doubled letters? A weird edge? Missing parts of the design? All these might point to a rare error that boosts value. Consider getting it graded if your coin looks flawless or has something odd about it. Consider sending it to a grading service. PCGS or NGC can confirm what you've got and give it a professional grade, which can dramatically increase its value on the resale market. Let's talk numbers again. Real market prices, right now. Here are some recent auction results as of 2025. A 1977 D-quarter in MS67 plus condition, sold for $1. $5.60. A 1977 Philadelphia quarter with DDO, sold for $7.80. A 1977 S Deep Cameo Proof, sold for $3.25. A clipped planchet era quarter, sold for $2.10 on average. A circulated 1977 quarter is worth face value, 25 cents. But if yours is in pristine condition or has an error, you're looking at $50 to $1,500, depending on what you've got. So if you find a rare or high-grade 1977 quarter, what should you do? If you're a collector, definitely consider holding onto it, especially if it's rare or in exceptional condition. The value of collectible coins tends to rise over time, especially as fewer high-grade examples remain in the wild. But if you're just in it for the profit, and the market is hot, grading and selling might be the right move. Always compare auction houses, eBay listings, and coin dealer offers to get the best price. So the next time you're digging through your change, or flipping through that old coin jar from your grandparents, pay special attention to the quarters, especially the ones from 1977. That seemingly ordinary piece of pocket change could be a small treasure hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into coin history, hidden treasures, and collectibles worth more than you'd ever guess. Drop a comment below if you've found a rare quarter or want us to review a specific year next. Have you ever found a 1983 quarter in your pocket change and wondered if it's worth more than just 25 cents? What if I told you that some of these common-looking coins could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. That ordinary quarter you've been using for laundry or dropping in tip jars might just be a hidden treasure. So don't go anywhere, because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1983 quarter-dollar coin from the United States of America. In this video, we'll explore the surprising history of this coin, why the 1983 issue is especially important to collectors, what makes certain coins from that year extremely rare, and how much they're selling for on the current market. Get ready, because by the end of this video, you might just be checking your coin jar with a magnifying glass. Let's rewind to the year 1983. The United States was going through major economic challenges. Inflation was high, the job market was turbulent, and yet, the U.S. Mint continued to strike millions of coins to support the nation's economy. In 1983 alone, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.2 billion Washington quarters, with Philadelphia and Denver being the two mint locations for this denomination. That's a massive number. But here's the twist. Unlike other years, 1983 was a year when no official U.S. Mint sets were released for collectors. That's right, no uncirculated sets, no proof sets for public purchase. The reason? Federal budget cuts. And that's what makes coins from this year so interesting. The only 1983 quarters that exist today came from circulation. That means finding a 1983 quarter in pristine condition is incredibly difficult. These coins were used, spent, passed around, and often worn down through years of regular use. This makes high-grade examples rare, and rare means valuable. Let's talk about the design of the 1983 quarter. This coin features the familiar profile of George Washington, facing left, on the obverse, or front, of the coin. This design was originally created by John Flanagan and first used in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president. It became so popular that it was never changed until the 1999 launch of the 50-state quarters program. On the reverse of the 1983 quarter, you'll see an American eagle with wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows, and surrounded by olive branches. A proud symbol of peace and strength. Above the eagle is the phrase, United States of America, and the national motto, E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. Below the eagle is the coin's denomination, $quarter. Now, let's look at the mint marks. In 1983, quarters were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while Denver coins feature a small DE mark on the obverse side of the coin, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. So, what makes a 1983 quarter worth more than face value? The answer comes down to three things: condition, errors, and provenance. Let's start with condition, because no mint sets were released in 1983. Finding a 1983 quarter in mint state, meaning it looks brand new, is extremely rare. In fact, coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch significant prices at auction. For example, a 1983 P quarter graded MS67 has sold for over $1,500. Even an MS66 can bring in between $100 to $300 depending on demand. That's a huge jump from 25 cents. Denver minted coins in high grade are also desirable, but the real superstar of 1983 quarters is something even more dramatic. Yes, there's a famous era coin from this year, and it has a name as cool as the value it can bring in. Introducing the Spitting Eagle 1983 P quarter. This isn't a joke. This coin has an actual die break, a tiny raised line of metal that appears to extend from the eagle's beak on the reverse, making it look like the eagle is literally spitting. This die break was the result of damage or wear to the minting die during production, and it's become one of the most sought-after modern quarter errors in U.S. numismatics. Collectors love it because it's easy to identify and visually interesting. Depending on the condition, a 1983 piece Spitting Eagle quarter can be worth anywhere from $50 to over $500. With pristine examples fetching even more. So next time you come across a 1983 quarter, flip it over and take a close look at the eagle. You might just see it, spitting its way into your wallet with some extra cash. So, how hot is the market right now for these coins? Over the last few years, collectors and investors alike have turned their eyes toward modern coinage. The appeal of finding rare coins in everyday change has exploded. The 1983 quarter, especially in high grade or with a known error like the Spitting Eagle, is a favorite. Recent auction listings show strong demand. For example, a 1983 P quarter graded MS67 by PCGS sold for $2,115 in 2023. A 1983 D quarter graded MS66 brought in around $200. Spitting Eagle examples, even ungraded, are consistently sold on platforms like eBay for $50 to $300 depending on the sharpness of the error and overall coin condition. And if you're lucky enough to find a coin with both high grade and a dramatic error, you've hit the jackpot. Want to try your luck hunting for one of these valuable coins? Here are a few tips. Check your change. The best part is you don't have to go to a coin shop. These coins can still be found in circulation. Look closely at quarters you receive in everyday transactions. Buy a good magnifier, especially for spotting fine details like die cracks or mint errors. Check coin rolls from the bank. Ask for $10 or $20 worth of quarters and search through them. It's a fun, inexpensive hobby that can pay off big. Use a grading guide. If you think you've found something special, consider sending your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Coins and certified holders always fetch higher prices. Educate yourself. Follow online coin forums, YouTube channels, and auction sites to keep up with current values. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1983 United States quarter. A coin born during economic hardship, overlooked by most, but treasured by collectors. Whether it's the rarity of a mint state example, the intrigue of the Spitting Eagle error, or the thrill of finding treasure in your spare change, the 1983 quarter is a perfect example of why numismatics is such an exciting and rewarding hobby. Now, here's your challenge. Go check your piggy bank, your coin jar, your car's cup holder, wherever you keep spare change, and look for a 1983 quarter. You never know, you might just be holding on to a small fortune. If you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, And ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on more rare coin stories just like this one. Have you found a 1983 quarter with a spitting eagle? Or maybe a super shiny mint state example? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coins, and not just any coin. We're talking about a seemingly ordinary piece of change that might be hiding in your pocket right now, but could actually be worth a small fortune. That's right, we're talking about the 1986 United States $quarter coin. You won't believe how much some of these are selling for, and more importantly, why. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll not only know the full story behind this iconic coin, but you'll also be able to tell if your 1986 quarter is worth 25 cents, or hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Let's get started. The 1986 United States $quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which started all the way back in 1932. This series was originally introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. His portrait, which has remained on the obverse, or the front side, of the coin ever since, was based on a famous bust created by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdin. Now fast forward to 1986. The United States Mint was producing these quarters as part of its regular circulation coinage. There were no major design changes, but that doesn't mean these coins are ordinary. In fact, 1986 is a very special year for several reasons. First, it's smack in the middle of the Reagan era, a time of major economic and cultural transformation in the United States. Secondly, the mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver were both producing quarters that year, and small variations between them have made some of these coins extremely collectible. So let's break it down. Let's take a close look at the design of the 1986 Washington quarter. On the obverse, you'll find the classic bust of George Washington. Above his head is the word Liberty. Just below his chin, you'll see the national motto, In God We Trust. And underneath that, the year, 1986. Flip it over, and the reverse features a majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows, and surrounded by olive branches, a symbol of both strength and peace. The inscriptions, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and $quarter, wrap around the edge. Now, here's where things get interesting. These coins were minted in two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia mint quarters have no mint mark, while the Denver mint quarters are marked with a small D, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. In 1986, over 1.1 billion quarters were struck between both mints. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 551 million. The Denver Mint produced about 504 million. With such high numbers, you might be wondering, how can these coins be rare or valuable? Well, the answer lies in the details. The condition of the coin, specific errors, and rare proof versions that were never meant for circulation. Let's talk errors, the true jackpot of the coin collecting world. Some 1986 quarters were released with minting mistakes that make them incredibly desirable to collectors. Here are the most sought-after errors to look out for. Off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, these coins can sell for $50 to over $200. Double die obverse, DDO. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice, causing doubling on the letters or numbers. Look closely at Liberty, in God We Trust, or the date. Values can range from $100 to over $1,000, depending on severity and condition. Clipped planchet. This is when a part of the coin is literally missing due to an error in cutting the blank planchet. These can fetch between $20 and $150 or more. Die cracks or cuts. These are raised lines or blobs caused by a damaged die, while less valuable than other errors. They can still sell for $10 to $50, especially in high grades. If you have a 1986 quarter with one of these errors, don't spend it. Get it checked out professionally. Now let's talk about coin grading. A coin's condition, also called its grade, can dramatically affect its value. Grading ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. For circulated 1986 quarters, values usually hover around face value unless there's an error. But if your coin is in uncirculated condition, especially MS65 or above, collectors will pay a premium. A 1980 60 quarter in MS67 has sold for over $400 at auction. Meanwhile, a Philadelphia 1986 quarter in MS67 Plus can reach prices upwards of $600 to $800, and that's without any error, just pristine condition. Now here's a secret many don't know. In 1986, the San Francisco Mint also produced a proof version of the quarter. These were not made for circulation but were sold in special collector sets. These coins have an S mint mark and a mirror-like finish, thanks to polished dies and special planchets. While a standard 1986 S-proof quarter might only sell for $2 to $5 if it's graded PR70 Deep Cameo, prices can skyrocket. We're talking $50 to over $200, depending on the market. So check those proof sets. They might be holding a treasure. Let's break down current market values as of mid-2025. Circulated 1986p or 1986d, worth face value unless in excellent condition or with an error. Uncirculated MS65 around $5 to $20. High-grade MS67 Plus can reach $300 to $800 depending on demand. Error coins range from $20 to several $1,000s, especially if certified. Proof coins, 1986s generally $2 to $10, but perfect grade examples can command $100 to $250 plus. Remember, values fluctuate with the market, demand, and condition. Always consult recent auction results or get an appraisal if you suspect your coin is valuable. Here's how to check if your 1986 quarter is worth something. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling, cracks, or clipped edges. Check the mint mark. Is it P, D, or S? Look at the condition. The shinier, the better. No scratches, dings, or wear. Weigh it. A standard quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it weighs more or less, it might be an error or wrong planchet. Use online auction sites or coin value catalogs to compare. Consider professional grading if you think your coin is rare. So, is it worth digging through your old change jars or coin rolls for a 1986 quarter? Absolutely. Most are only worth 25 cents, sure. But a rare error, a flawless proof, or an uncirculated gem could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And that's the thrill of coin collecting. You never know what hidden treasures are right under your nose. So next time you get change at the grocery store or dig through an old drawer, take a second look at those quarters. That 1986 coin might just be a secret jackpot waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on coin values, rare finds, and treasure hunting tips. And don't forget, drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever found a rare 1986 quarter. I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep checking your change. If you're a coin collector, history enthusiast, or someone who's just stumbled upon a strange-looking quarter in your pocket change and wondered if it's worth more than 25 cents, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1989 United States quarter dollar. And let me tell you, this little coin might just be worth a lot more than you think. Some of these coins have been sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. So sit tight, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's explore the true value and history of the 1989 quarter. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1989 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began all the way back in 1932, originally designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The obverse, or front, of the coin features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. You'll see his profile facing left, with the word Liberty above his head and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to his left. At the bottom, the year, 1989, is clearly stamped. Now, the reverse side is just as iconic. It features an American bald eagle, wings outstretched, clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation. Below the eagle are two olive branches, representing peace. The top reads, United States of America, with E pluribus unum beneath it, and the denomination, $quarter, at the bottom. By 1989, this design had been in use for over 50 years and would continue until the State Quarters program launched in 1999. So, the 1989 quarter is among the last decade of coins before that big change. But what makes this specific year interesting? Well, here's where things get exciting. In 1989, quarters were produced at 3 different U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia Mint, which used no mint mark; Denver Mint, which used a D mint mark; San Francisco Mint, which used an S mint mark for proof coins. Now, if you look closely on the front side of your quarter, just to the right of Washington's ponytail, you'll either see a D, an S, or nothing at all. No mark means it came from Philadelphia. Proof coins from San Francisco, marked with an S, are specially made for collectors with a high-quality mirror finish and are not meant for general circulation. These coins, especially when kept in pristine condition, can be worth a lot more than their face value. Let's talk numbers. The U.S. Mint produced a massive number of 1989 quarters: Philadelphia, over 512 million coins; Denver, over 896 million coins; San Francisco, proof around 3.2 million coins with nearly 1.4 billion coins produced. It might sound like the 1989 quarter is incredibly common, and it is. But the real treasures lie in the errors, misprints, and high-grade specimens that survived the test of time. So what makes some 1989 quarters worth more than just 25 cents? Great question. Here are the key factors. 1. Mint errors. These are mistakes made during the coin's production, and collectors absolutely love them. Some of the most valuable 1989 quarter errors include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned; double die errors, where the image or lettering appears double-clipped; planchets, where part of the coin is missing; die cracks and cuds, where the coin has extra raised metal from a cracked die. For example, a 1989 D quarter with a dramatic off-center strike has been sold for over $250, and double die errors can fetch hundreds to even thousands of dollars, depending on how dramatic the doubling is and the condition of the coin. Point 2. Condition and grading coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint state coin. If you have a 1989 quarter that has never been circulated, no scratches, bright luster, and sharp details, you could be holding a mint state 67 or higher coin. These can sell for $100 to over $1,000 at auctions, especially if graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Point 3. Proofs coins. Remember those S-minted coins from San Francisco? If you have a proof 1989 S quarter in pristine condition, it can fetch $10 to $50 or more depending on the grade. If it's a rare variety with an error, that value increases significantly. Let's talk about today's market. As of right now, here's what collectors are paying for different 1989 quarters. Circulated quarters from 1989 are typically worth face value, 25 cents, unless they have a rare error. High-grade mint state coins, such as MS-66 or MS-67, can bring $50 to $500 plus. MS-68 coins, which are extremely rare, have been auctioned for over $2,000. Error coins, depending on the rarity and visibility of the mistake, can sell anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s. Proof coins in PR69 or PR70 condition are valued between $15 and $75, with error varieties fetching higher. So if you're sorting through your change jar or coin collection and come across a 1989 quarter, don't just toss it aside. Take a close look. It might be worth much more than you expect. To find out if your 1989 quarter is valuable, follow these steps. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, cracks, or unusual features. Check for the mint mark, D, S, or none at all. Look at the coin's overall condition. Is it shiny, clean, and scratch-free? Compare it to images from trusted auction sites or coin grading company databases. Consider submitting it for professional grading if you think it's in excellent condition or has a Visible error. There you have it. The fascinating story behind the 1989 United States quarter dollar. It's a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but as we've seen, the history, the mint marks, the condition, and especially the rare errors can turn a simple quarter into a valuable collector's item. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into coins and collectibles, and don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss a rare coin update. And hey, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare 1989 quarter or any other coin that turned out to be worth more than expected. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting and good luck with your coin collection.